Hi everyone, I am margourtarotreader reader, and today we're doing a personal reading for a client. We have a number of zodiac signs. As always, prior to the recording, I call into the universe with my client's personal informations um, prior to the recording because they remain private at all times, whether it's a reading and or ritual. If you are interested, please email me at margourtarotreader@gmail.com or look below for descriptions, or Facebook margourtarotreader. I'll be more than happy to help you and your loved ones or anyone that you feel the need that needs spiritual healing, spiritual growth in the physical and in the spiritual realm, physically existent and or past. Okay, so let's get into your reading, my beautiful client. Happy New Year's to you and to yours, and may this be your year as always. So I want to try to see, as I was shuffling before these came out, so I said, okay, let me just leave them as they are. Okay, let's see what they are speaking about and for who. I feel put this okay, so we have, I feel that it's intentional in today's reading. It's giving me different scenarios, but as I'm going through the reading, we'll see if it is for the people in question, today's reading. Okay. One of the things that is telling me is that you're having a hard time with a work situation. And I do feel that you're looking at your options, and more so than ever, we'll go in and check again. But I feel that you will be leaving this job between the next 7 days, 7 weeks to up to July of this year. Okay. Mainly because of the financial situation, but I feel that it's not necessarily, it can also be looked at as an excuse when you're trying to hold on to something. But it's giving me a shift and a change when it comes to your work environment. And yes, you will be leaving it, as I stated, between now and up to including July of this year, 2025. You will probably replace it with something else, whether it's an activity in your physical life or nurturing you, and or into looking into another type of work. Okay. And probably one that will be more lasting. I would apologize. Eventually, I'm going to have to be turning my candles on because as usual, as my clients know, I love nature. I love to work outside. So cold, raining, what have you, I am down. And of course, the energies are trying to stay with me. Come on, baby. Come on. You can do this. Okay, let's get it going. No, I'm not going to shift locations from where I'm working. Wherever I set the energy, that's where it's going to stay. Okay. And the other thing that it's also letting me know here is that we have another person that is holding on for their dear life for something or someone, because it's very convenient, because it helpful to their environment, and also because maybe they feel that this person maintains them to the level of financial. Okay. Don't let the candles distract you. And so I feel that it's also relating to you, or wanting to know in reference to a person that it's in a marriage situation. So we are looking that this person is holding on as much as they can for this person. It's almost like they sense this person is slipping away from them, and or they feel that someone is obtaining their attention or their time and space. Okay. So we're going to look into that a little bit more. Also, what is telling me is that there's some type of confusion that is going to happen as of now till July of this year, in reference to a situation. It could be a female Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, that they're going to be going through something emotionally within themselves. It's giving me that type of zodiac sign, but It can be someone that is working hard to be afloat for something in their life, physically, emotionally, and including spiritually. Okay. I want to say that sometimes, it can also turn to be like someone holding to someone, um, because they give them that comfort of, yes, lifestyle, financial style, but also because they feel that they fit their life in the way that they are. Um, and to me, that is like saying, you're actually valuing your life because of something or someone and not because of you. And so that is a lack of self-esteem, but also a lack of value to itself, to your own living, to your own person and spirit. And this person also needs to probably even heal from past drama, you know, uh, within this life or any other life. It can, for me to say that, it feels like it's a multiple situations and also multiple people going through something similar of what I just stated. Okay, so as we do that, I want to now look at, um, let's see, I am going to pull, okay, thank you. That's, so it is what it is. You never know what you're getting on a reading because I'm not the one translating, it is the spirit guides. So let's see what they want to say. Okay, let's generate this. Thank you. Okay, so in today's reading, it's very obvious, and they're very active with us today. They're talking about contracts and or love relationships, contracts that are physically and or spiritually or both, contracts that are karmic or soul connected to a different extension of some level or not. But it also talks about contracts of the soul or the body being manipulated by other means, by other sources. And in today's reading, I feel that we're looking at different scenarios, right? There is also giving me this perspective of someone wanting to be in a contract, like in a marriage situation. Um, they are in that, let's say, spiritual growth and habitat of wanting something for their own, for the longing, meaning that they've been longing for this for quite some time. I feel that they're also being forced in a way to have that relationship or contract of a situation in their life because they're being forced by someone, either a male figure. So based on this, it tells me that it's also talking about the one of the questions that we had for that Cancer male figure. And so I definitely feel that he's being pushed to uh, want to be in this relationship because he feels that it's suitable and that it's probably meant to be in the way that is being put to his eyes, through either beliefs and or because of what he sees in that lifestyle. He is talking quite a bit to the father figure of that female, and I feel that that he's the one pushing the buttons, wanting this woman to come out of the house in the perfect way manner. um I do not feel that she's a virgin, so I'm not sure if they've discussed that, but I definitely don't feel that she is. But they're making her seem as if she's the Virgin Mary, to be honest. um and also he doesn't want to be maintaining her, and it can also be financially or emotionally. They feel that this person, there's an issue going on with this person emotionally, and so they're wanting this person to be, out of their home and married, and the fact that they found this male Cancer fits the loop, you know what I mean. I will look at her into a little bit more in all the perspective, but that's what it's telling me. These people do believe in the spiritual situation, but they also do believe in the unknown situations like voodoo and shit like that. And I apologize for the behavior or language, as you know, my clients and my clients know. For you newcomers, do know that when I do the readings, it is not thyself being in the way that I am. It is when I'm transcending the messages of the spirit guides or the energies of the people that we are into at the moment of time of the reading. So the voice might change, the language might change, the tone, etc. So welcome. Now, um, I want to say that in this situation, the male Cancer is looking for that one person to be happy with, to be in love with, to create a family with. And it feels to me that it's full of uncertainty. They may not see it in this way, but we do see it. So what does that tell me? That there's a big possibility that this female, it's not mentally in all her being, and maybe she's creating something that is not so clear in her mind. Um, and again, I feel that she feels pure. I feel that she feels that she's worth more than, than what she's getting. And also she feels above people. So there might be some type of spiritual connection going on with this female, that is not all entitlement, and she may be believing that it is. So if that were the case, if I were to have that person in front of me, detecting her energy, I could literally tell you that if she feels in that rightfulness, then be a nun. Simple as that. Be a nun. Um, because that nunship will give her the virtue that she's looking for, or that she feels that she may have, and that it will conquer. If it's a negative energy manipulating her, can conquer all that it is and above, if it is meant to be. So instead of reaching for a husband, I would definitely advise her to go for nunship, uh, and all be done. Everybody gets clear, the parents, and so far. Um, but I feel that their goal is to tie the knots. It is what it is. I will see it clearly, but this is what the energy is letting me know at this time. Um, she will change his persona. She will change his way of thinking and dressing and talking, etc. He will be more closed off, and he will be more into that family, into her, and so far, if that were to happen eventually, if they were to get married, which I feel that it will. And he will be wanting you to be more so in their religions or their church or whatever it may be the case, okay? Because he will, is it a cult? Anything that is keeping you away from your normal life, from your loving people, becomes a cult, whether it's a religion or not, okay? Because of the status, because of the way that they proclaim themselves, because of the way they're preaching, because of the way that they're trying to manipulate, anything that is manipulating your mind and that is manipulating your way of being, changing your ways of being to a negative persona, it becomes a cult, okay? It does not have to be a religion per se. So it could be, a cult does not have to be a cult of number of people. A cult can be simply run by one person itself and manipulating another person, okay? Yes, that's almost like a narcissist personality. Yeah. Okay, it's not going to stay because of the wind and the cold, but that's okay. We will let it be. We will let it run, okay? And it says, so do you want me to run this one, angels? Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm stubborn like that. I don't give up. And I will clear that one. Believe me, and I will have it running later. Okay. So in the other terms that I'm feeling, it feels to me that we're going to have to let things play out for this male Cancer, and let him feel his way out of this, okay? We will always be there if he needs us, no doubt. But let him feel what it is. And as he talks to you, you're the best person to advise him, because I'm not there. But and you know him best because you live with him, right? So and we will go through that emotions eventually. So as we go into the readings, we'll see a little bit more deep, if it'll allow us. Now, when it comes to the Taurus in itself, I feel that he's a little smugged. I feel that he was feeling your vibe that day. And trust me, the reason why I asked certain things is because I feel certain energies coming through or moving forward and so far. And I asked you, what I asked you, and you emailed me those things, which it is what I was expecting and more of that. Because as I was doing the work, I felt the need that he was going to be there in a one-on-one with you, and it did, but not in the way that we wanted to, but it did, and it actually happened longer timing than what we were hoping to. But that's fine. Those are baby steps. The fact that you had that moment, it is what keeps it going. um he felt the intense, he felt the energy, and he felt it within himself that you were hoping that he will come and make some moves. Okay. And I also feel that you were probably saying make a move, make a move. I'm not sure if you were pushing yourself to do so, or if you were trying to let him know that. But yes, he's thinking about certain things right now, and he's thinking about the past. I would have taken that moment to reminisce of when you were giving birth to his child, and to reminisce on those good times, so he can be placed in that moment in time. And uh and and I would have ended with saying something like, well, you never know what life brings. you know if things are meant to be, you never know what life brings. That phrase in itself is putting the motions into play. So if you can remember that, to use that when you're around him or to him, trust me, he'll understand. The soul understands. The soul understands, baby. Okay? Okay, thank you. So now we're going to get to the other side. Okay? Thank you to the universe and to the heavens. Before we get to the other spreads, what else can you confirm to me before we move to the other side? Thank you. Right. So it's still talking about certain things that are going to change in 2025, including most likely you will be like, like for me, when I'm reading these cards in today's reading, is giving me different scenarios, so my clients will know exactly what I mean by that. But it's giving me different scenarios and or predictions. Okay. um and I will say that in 2025, it's almost like the mask being out, the veil taken out, seeing things for what they are, right? Within yourself, or physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And it's not just in you, it's everyone in question in today's reading. Um, I feel that whatever has not been said will be said. Can be with you and that person in mind, or could be within the person that are coupled up, and or within that person that we're looking at, the male Cancer. I want to say that if he eventually jumps the broom with this person later on, in less than a year, he's going to see something that he does not like in that person's personality, behavior, or whatnot. Things that have not been clear to him will be clear to him eventually, and not before they tie the knot, but after the fact. Okay. um and so it also is telling me that the couple that is married, there will be having some struggles in this year 2025, because they are going to keep things to themselves, or secrets to themselves. For instance, I will say that the Taurus will keep to himself that he has the urge and desire to be with you, my client, that he's been thinking about it, contemplating, and not being honest and truthful in the communication, because he doesn't want things to go out of hand if whatever he's feeling is not mutual. But the communication, it has to be a mutual situation at the right moment. So let's say, for example, if he goes out for the cheek to kiss, I would right away turn to be on the lips and then let it connect. And it can be easily mistaken by, oops, do you understand? That can lead to what the truth can be. If he rejects it, or if he backs away, it means that he's stunned by the situation and cannot believe that after all these years, there's that same passion that he's describing to himself. But if he lets it go, it means that he's been holding on dearly for his dear life for quite a while in this situation. Okay, it's almost like he's looking to make sure that he's not gonna fuck up and make a mistake and fuck up the situation as it is right now. Okay, because it's almost like he wants to make sure that it's in the same page, you and him, his thought, his feelings, his desires. You know what I mean? He senses it, he feels it. Okay, now let's get to you need to be out and about, because there's a sense of energy of you meeting someone that can be for the long haul. He's telling me here. Okay. Thanks to the universe and to the angels of the heaven and earth, Lord Jesus Christ. Give us the predictions that we need. First, let's see the Cancer male figure. Okay, these are mini readings into a whole reading for my client today. Let's see what's going on. What are we looking at here? What's coming in? I should have put them in a little vase to keep them going, because my wind and okay. He seems to be spending quite some time with those people, and in reality, they're just getting him to do the proposal probably between now and February. Okay, and they don't want to hold on. They want this to be like, you know, right off the bat, like less than 30 days, probably even get engaged and or married. Yeah. Definitely. But I wonder if he also knows another person, another female in his life. The father of that young lady wants them to get married. Bottom line. Okay? Yeah. They're not, and again, we are looking at, they're not too honest with the girl's situation. Okay? Her personality or her the mental status. Okay. And again, I don't feel that she is a virgin. I feel that she had a bad relationship, probably 3 months to 3 years, and that got her close to whatever it is that she's into at this time. Whether the parents know or not, that's on their own, but I feel that they do. And this relationship, who she felt that it was the one, that they were going to be married and whatnot, maybe they were engaged at some point. I wouldn't be surprised if they were actually legally married at that time, but I feel that it's what caused her to be where she is at this time. Okay, it has to do with another male figure. So I don't care what they say. I don't feel that she is a virgin, and I feel that, you know, she has issues because of a male, of a person that she felt that it was the one and they were in love and whatnot, or at least she was. Her father is the one that makes this transition or the transaction in play for this young man, the Cancer, and this other woman. Okay. Yeah. I wonder, I wonder if because the mother doesn't seem to be all in it in the way that they would be. How do I put this? I feel like the mother, maybe the things that she wants out of this relationship is a little hasty or different from what the father wants. So maybe the father is the one that runs the household and is the boss to the mother and the daughter. Do you know what I mean? But that's what I'm sensing here. uh, I definitely feel that the proposal is coming up. I definitely feel that the engagement is coming up within the next 2 days, 2 weeks to 2 months. February is going to be very important for him in his life and that woman. Either they're wanting to get married, or either they're doing the engagement of some sort around the corner. Okay. um it's something that he's been thinking about it. And even if he thinks, okay, maybe I'm not ready, or maybe I am, it's the right thing to do. She's a good woman, she's not like the other woman. So I feel like he's making excuses uh for why this is good for him, and that this can be a long-standing situation. So, and because he's hanging around in that family more than usual lately, it's almost like coming home. They're making him feel welcome, they're making him feel like he belongs in the family. And so, what are we waiting on? I keep hearing the father figure say, so what are we waiting on? We're here, you're there, she's here. Do you love her? Do you want a family? Do you want to, do you want a good woman in your life? And what are you going to do to satisfy my daughter, to make her happy? My daughter needs this, my daughter deserves that. So he's putting all this in play. She deserves her own little house, she deserves this, where are you going to live? And he's putting all this perspective already into his mind. So you're going to hear about it. You're going to he's going to come around and he's going to tell you certain things about the situation. Okay. And he's going to say, you know what, I want this because she's good and da da da. He's going to give you the speech. So uh what I would say to him is support him and say, son, just do do things because you want to, because you're ready, and because it's what you desire and need. Because know that, color roses. What's the speech? What's that phrase? The roses. I cannot get the phrase out, but you know what I mean. The grass may not be as green and beautiful on the other side. Okay, you'll find the quote that I'm trying to look. Um, so, but tell him that you support him because you want the best for him. Okay, and ask him if he doesn't tell you, what do they intend to do, where do they intend to live. I can tell you that if she comes to live with you in your house, it will not be easy living, because her true colors are definitely going to show up. She's going to feel like she's the boss of that house, that is her house. um and she's going to want to run things her way, and she's going to put no's and yes where they shouldn't be. And so she's going to want and require that church is mandatory, or whatever it is that they do on a regular basis, and want you in that as well. Okay. Maybe even baptize you, or whatever it is the case. Remember, I feel that she feels that she's entitled. May not be the case, but it is what it is. Okay. Now, that's what I'm seeing. I feel that you're thinking about this quite a bit, or you will be, contemplating and wondering, what if and what if and what if. So once you get the news that they're getting engaged, or they have been engaged, we can come back around and check and see where we are with that. But that's what I'm seeing for her energy at this time. Okay. She will be a little bit in and out with her energy. She will be a little bit indecisive with what she desires in life. And so there may be times that she's going to be more like wearing the pants in the relationship. So your son will be more of a pleaser kind of thing in the situation. And, he will give 100% of his, and she will take all and probably give 10-20% of her. So let's hope not. But this is also a discussion that you would have to talk to your son about, and say, listen, son, in a marriage or a relationship, trust and believe, in order to work, it has to be 50-50. to succeed. The communication has to be in the same level, in the same page, and constantly. And tell him that if they, because it will be his first marriage, to take some type of constant therapy of some sort, but let him choose the therapy, because I feel that what they would do is church situation, and but to each his own. Okay, we will see that as it comes along, but that's what I'm seeing for him at this time. Okay, he will be happy at first. Okay, because in reality what he wants is settle down and just find the one and create his own family. But I wish him the very best. Now, let us see the married couple. Okay. Thank you to the universe and to the heavens, Lord Jesus Christ. And to the universe and to the heavens. I do feel that the spouse did not like you spending that time alone with him. Okay? No, ma'am, not at all. I feel that she said to him, why? Nobody else could have driven her? Why? Did you offer yourself, or did she ask you? How did that come about? Trust me, she is not happy about that. No, not at all. No, no, no. Well, I like that. So he is to avoid trying to be alone with you again. Okay? Based on her demands, not based on him. No, 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 not based on him. So based on what was said, what was told, that, either he said it or somebody said it, whatever it is, the situation, however she found out that, he gave you the lift and whatnot. They had a discussion. She did not talk to him for maybe a few hours or so. And made it clear to him that he is not to be alone with you. Okay. For whatever reasons, she's just not happy. Especially, she asked in particular, how long were you with her? And she wanted every detail of what happened. Okay. And she also feels that there's something going on, that is being put in play, that maybe you are trying to set him up to be alone or something like that. She is no fool. She feels it. Okay. What I'm also sensing here is that, so he has actually stopped talking to a lot of friends of his, whether they're male and females, because of her. A lot of things has changed within him because of her, to please her and whatnot. Okay. What I'm also feeling is that, she tries to be in his space wherever it is he does, constantly, to keep an eye on him, to see what he's talking about. So if they go anywhere, it's almost like she has his phone most of the time, or all the time, if not. Okay. It's almost like an obsession behavior that she's coming into, which I would hope that she is. So that obsessive behavior can contradict his energy and put things in a different manner for their personal life. Because I feel that she's getting more angry than usual. She's getting a little bit more tipsy than usual. She is getting a little bit just like angry quite more often. Okay. I like that, because that tells me that certain things are working in our favor, but also it tells me that the planets are doing what they're supposed to do, which is keep that person at bay, keep them on the toes and make them feel unworthy, make them feel uncomfortable, make them feel unsafe, unsecure, and possessive and obsessive. And so this is what I'm seeing in her energy. Whether it shows or not physically, it will be eventually, because normally in any kind of change of shift of energy, it comes first in the inner self, in the spirit, in the self mind, in the way we think and feel, and then it outbursts into the physical. So it will be outburst in the physical in 2025. Okay, we definitely feel that this situation in their marriage will have a shift and a change, because it is at the very edge and the end of the spread. It tells me that it is to be known how it's going to shift and change, because we're looking at lack of situations, lack of understanding with themselves. But more so than anything, I feel that this shift is coming in probably in the spiritual form first for the Taurus, um, and feeling self-conflicted with what he wants and likes. And I feel that his self-conflicted will be that he does not know how to take in what he's going to start feeling toward you, uh, feeling that he's finding himself, that he still likes you, he still finds you very sexual appeal, that he still finds you, that he's still attracted to you, just by hearing you, listening to you. And when you are next to him, the touch, the chemistry, just it kind of falls in together. And he hasn't felt that in quite a while. For me to say that is because his energy is letting me know that he's feeling something that he has not felt in quite a while, that he didn't think that he could possibly still feel for you. And that how come he didn't feel the way he's feeling now before? What that means to me is to him only. Okay. So maybe he's feeling that nudge of not understanding or not knowing where is it coming from, but yet he's feeling an attractiveness toward you, a bond that doesn't fit him quite well, and he's not understanding why. But I could say easily, what he's feeling is, yes, the energy is working together for our favor, but at the same time, what he's feeling is the soul wanting to connect to that soulmate that he longed for and left for. Okay. And the karmic flesh that he did not end well with, and that he's supposed to bond with and heal. So there's that going on between you and him, that needs to be healed, and it has not. Whatever it may he would have thought before, it's not the case. I feel that, if anything at all that we can gain from this is that we will bring two people together to have a sit down and a conversation and talk about all that needs to be said, and then say what needs to be done, and then be clear off and said, I'm at peace and I wish you well, or whatever may be the end. But at least close that karmic, because this is the reason, we're doing what we're doing. But at the same time, what the universe sees is, how are we going to do this healing, and are we going to process it and let it continue in the way that it is, or do we want to process it and let it be continue to where they can be physically, but at the same time find that healing that needs to be done, so the karmic can be closed in this physical life between you and that person. Because remember, you have still karmic lessons to do with this male, and that is why all of this is taking place in your favor, because it needs to be a lesson, and it needs to continue, and it needs to be closed in this physical life. If it does not, then it will continue. How? We don't know. I'm not seeing it here. It can be looked in any other time. But because you're in that transition, we need to let things play in the way that they're working for your favor, right? Also, what I feel is that, you can come into this world and find your soulmate and not live with a soulmate. Some people are lucky to have them for the rest of their lives, half their lives, live with them happily, not having interventions, any in any precautions or whatnot. And some people don't. Some people have them for a year, for two, for 10, for 20, for 30. Some people have them for in and out. a second of a lifetime, including. It varies in many, many, many levels when our soulmates are coming through for us. And um, when they come in, and we are in relationships, they're in relationships, married, what have you, drama, what have you, because we are not in a perfect world, as I stated all the time. um, it's not easy, to get to that level of unity with the soulmate, because we have a number of soulmates and karmic lessons as well. Um, but when we find the soulmate and we have not been in the level that we hope to be and reached the level that we hope to gain here in this life, um, we transition our physical and our spiritual well-being differently, positive or negatively or both, beginning or ending. And so the point to what I'm trying to say to you is that we do the best that we can for ourselves without even knowing, right? But when you have someone that knows the spiritual self, the life of on the other side, and if you trust that person, let them guide you to where your success will be, physically and spiritually. If you do trust that person, that is, okay? Because at the end of the day, the lesson is love, and grow the love and expand it to where it becomes an infinite energy and vibration to you and to your loved ones as well, right? It's that expansion that keeps us going and hoping and having that faith and hope. And as always, that is why I do what I do. But in your case, in your situation, I want you to feel that love growing within you, most importantly, and expand it to whatever it is that you're wanting to gain physically, emotionally, spiritually, including what we're discussing today. Um, because I feel that what you're flowing through will gain the perspective for the other people as well. Trust me and believe me when I say this Taurus does feel something for you, but cannot describe it or explain it, and does not know why all of a sudden to him is coming in. Okay, it's not all of a sudden, it's just that it's been there setting for quite some time, and now with everything, it has played out differently for him. So he's probably sitting there laying down at night wondering, you know did I made a mistake? Could I've done it differently? um, is it playing out in my head? And is it what I'm thinking, she's thinking, what I'm feeling, she feeling, or am I just going crazy here thinking something that is not? Is she coming on to me? Am I coming on to her? He's playing these things in his head for the reason why is because I'm saying it. And so without knowing, his physical body is doing actions. Okay, so um, when the spirit desires something that is connected to the spirit, the body does certain actions. So he's going to try to come around you a bit more, trying to find himself some alone time to see if whatever he was feeling is there or it was just a one-time situation, to see if am I feeling it, am I not, do I want to, do I not, am I crazy, or it's the fact, the way that I'm saying things is literally how I feel him saying things, doing things. Okay. um the love that it was between him and that person that he's married to, it's not there. um I feel that they show they overshow their emotions, their affection in public, because she wants to make it certain that her marriage is the best marriage. Their relationship is like no other. And you know but it feels to me that the love he had for her, it's much less now. um Her love for him is there, but it's not in the way that you would want it to be, because her love for him is more of financial ways of beings, like pleasing through her material gains. um and just getting more and more, because it doesn't satisfy her to have what she has. She wants more and more. You know what I mean? Do you understand what are you following me? Um, yeah. Um, there will be a point that she might be in person, you know, a gathering, whatever might be the case, and she will ignore you or not say hi and pretend that she didn't see you or whatnot. When you see that, know that she's basically trying to say to you that she's on to you, uh, that you're not going to take what is hers. I wouldn't be surprised if she says something stupid, but I feel that more than anything, she will try to not communicate to you or ignore you purposely. Okay, make herself more important than the situation. She is also not happy that she was not able to go at that birthing. Um, she feels like, you know, like people give birth every damn day. I apologize. It's not me saying that. It is her energy that said those precise words, and that she didn't see any cost to her not being there. And so she is definitely not happy with that situation. Uh, so I think that um, whatever affection she was showing to that child of yours, that female, has changed because of that and will be shifting more gradually as it comes in 2025. She will be very, very hypocritic, very manipulative about having to care for that child of yours. Okay. Um, and she is the type of being revengeful, so she will say something stupid, do something stupid to make sure that eventually, you know, the fact that she was left out matters and counts more than anything for her. Okay. Mm. So now we're going to look at you. Yeah, she doesn't see the reason. I mean, not at all, of why she was not able to be there. Okay, let's see you. Okay. Yeah. You're going to meet someone, probably at his job, you know, maybe you do some type of errand and you go somewhere and you meet this person, but I definitely see you meeting a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, someone arising. You're going to also, in this year, there will be some type of drama going on between the Taurus and their marriage situation. So he will be prohibited to talk to you, to come to your house, etc. Whether he sticks to that or not, that's on his own. Because that's going to take a whole lot of doing to do out of his part. Okay. Um, she's going to put it into perspective for him to the point where, or you do this or we're done, or you do this or I'm done, or you do this or I leave, or you leave, or something to that situation. You may also hear about him leaving the house also, um, temporarily. Okay. or maybe he does it without even letting anybody know. But we definitely see that there's something going to happen in his living situation between her and him. Um, does she want a bigger house, another house? Yes. She wants more than what she have now. Oh, it makes sense because you have what you have. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's gonna be very furious with, well, she is already, with what happened on the birthing. Okay, to your surprise, we definitely see some changes happening in this year for their marriage situation. I don't want to jump the broom yet. I want to say that there will be a lot of shift in their marriage to the point where I don't see her leaving, but maybe him. Um, Having some conflict within the home in between them. Now, could they leave because something happens to their home, like maybe fire, earthquake, or something to that effect? Having to stay with other people? It can be because we see something similar happening like this for someone. But I feel more than anything, because of what we're asking, because of what everything of the energies that is going on, it tells me that they will be a moment in time that he will have to not talk to you, not come over, not interact with you because of her saying. Whether he tells you or not, it's up to him. But he's going to do some type of staying away because of what just happened. Okay. I would hope not. I would hope that he will interact again sooner than later, and maybe get to the point where he can come out and say what he wants to say. Um, if he says something before, stepping away from you for a while, if he says something, know that it's not necessarily his saying or wanting to. It will be her putting things into his mouth, basically, like he's a child. But it's uh, um, definitely tells me that they're going to be on the verge of separation, if not separation. Can it be for a while and then come back around? Again, it tells me that we would have to see between now and three weeks, because of what I'm seeing here. So it tells me that, um, let's say, for example, that he told her every detail about the situation that happened the day of the birth of, you know what I mean? But she's not buying every detail. I wonder if she called and he didn't answer, uh, because she's not buying every detail. It's almost like, yes, she feels that you are after him, but she also feels that he is not stopping you, or is not putting you in place. You know what I mean? And so she's feeling like maybe he likes it and maybe he wants it. And could they be cheating on me like she did to you? Okay. So more than anything, is her fucking mind playing things, visualizing things, imagining things. And I love this because this is what's going to cause them uh, eruption in their home environment, in their marriage situation. So we are doing good on what we're doing based on what we're seeing here. But I also will say that because the universe is saying that you're going to meet someone here, and you're saying, oh, there's no time, there's no room, there's nothing. Well, the universe is there to give you something or someone, but you have to make yourself available for that energy to come flow. Um, and it's very much so there. I wonder if you already met this person before, okay? And haven't had the time to get to know him, or maybe you're not answering the calls or texts or something like that, because it's telling me here you could easily be intimate with somebody else this year. Okay, very much so. It's here. Okay, it just says the client needs to be out there to be seen. Um, what I wanted to see here is, huh, I think that you need to be your best, look your best, because you will get another chance to be alone time with this person, or to be in the same space, with this person, okay, with the Taurus. Um, there's that big chance that it can lead to spontaneous intimacy between you and this person this year. Um, like not planned kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like falling for the moment, for the timing. Um, like if it happens, it happens, kind of thing. It just lead from one thing to another without even expecting it. The energies are there, um, but just don't chicken out. I don't know why I said that, but that's what came out. Um, and so it's telling me be be ready for the unexpected when it comes to him. Um, and just don't think about what if tomorrow, what happens tomorrow. Like if you happen to kiss, let's say for example, and you're like looking at each other eye to eye and say, should we do we simply say, do you want it? I want it. Let's go. Let's not think about nothing. Let's go. You know what I mean? Just go for it. And just don't think about nothing until after the fact. And the fact that if that all we want is that one time in order to get through in our space, okay? Or a pick in the mouth, kiss in the mouth. Chick, yeah, it's fine. You're doing it. You're playing it, but you need to play it a little bit more now. Just act like, oh my goodness, you gave the lips instead of the chick, and just flow with that energy, okay? So, but that you already been going into sections, moments where you have that one-on-one. So the universe is putting those moments for you, and so you need to prepare yourself to be in that timing, to be in those moments, okay? And just be ready to do your part is what I'm saying, okay? Now, if he comes out and says, listen, without anything of anything, and he comes to you and says, listen, I'm feeling the chemistry, I'm feeling the tension, but I can't do it, or whatever. If he comes out and says that, then that's something that you need to also prepare yourself for, okay? Because it will cut him off guard. Again, it's something that he wants and really desires big time, but it will cut him off guard if you actually give in, or if he actually sees for himself, hear for himself that you want him, okay? um I don't feel that he would, because honestly, in everything that I'm sensing here, it gives me the vibe that he's hungry for your goods, literally, okay? He's hungry to taste. um so for your environment when it comes to your work, yes, you are contemplating as of right now is letting me know that you are frustrated, that it just the energy doesn't feel right for you, the environment itself, the people that may not be talking to you as before, whatever may be the situation at work. You will be leaving that job as of now, 2 weeks, 2 months, and if not, all the way till July. But I don't think that you're going to hold off all the way till July. I feel that within the next 7 days or so, you might have a burst of energy, a burst of anger, or whatnot. I want to say that if you leave this job, be in your best to leave the job in its best, okay? So leave it gradually in the way that you want to leave your mark, okay? um, and then find whatever it is that you want to find in your free time, or um, if you want to just go about and look for another job. I think that um, if you want to leave this job to get into another one, then that should be your homework now. Like start putting applications and whatnot. I would definitely wait till the 1st of February to do so. but now you can look where to, and then 1st of February do the resumes. Okay. If that's where you want to go. If not, then 1st of February, put out, your resignation or whatnot, and then decide what it is that you want to do on your time, which is, I feel that more than anything is about you working on you. Okay. Um, I felt also that, you're going to want to also do it because you are going to want to give more time and help for your sibling. Okay. um I would, not recommended, what I say, I commend you for that, but I would say that you need to give your time to have your own space and let that child bond with her two children on her own timing, however she chooses to do. Okay. Before you help around and be around her, let her come around and ask if that were to be the case. Okay. Because we have to grow on our own. You know what I mean? We have to let them be and grow on our own. You need to just be one step behind and just observe in case of needing help. Um, so we see that. We also see that, again, based on your energy and also the people around you, we also see that someone is going to want to leave your nest. And so that might be the Cancer male figure, because he might desire to, have his own home or buy his own home or whatever may be the case with that other person. So I feel that that would be good for them too, if that were to be the case. It's better for them to find their own home than to be in your space. Uh, you know, he loves you, and he feels that he loves the other girl, and so it's gonna be like it's hard for him to want to please two women that he loves. Okay. And so I feel that for a first marriage, they need to be on their own, no matter what. After the fact, after 2 years, if they need to come back to you, then so be it. But not right off the back. It's not what you need right now, and it's not what he needs in order to grow on a relationship, on a marriage, and as a man. Okay. That would be my advice, but then again, it is you. Okay. Okay. Overall, your reading was enlightenment for me. It gave me an overlook also for the things that we are also working on. Okay. For the final step before we close, let me see something else. Yeah. Okay. Huh. So what does your mother say about this young lady? Does she likes her? Right. Well, we know your family has grown, but definitely will grow this year too. So we do have someone else being pregnant this year as well. Growing the family again. Okay? Expansion of your family. Yep. Hmm. Yeah. So definitely there will be conflicts if this young lady comes to live with you. If he gets married eventually, there will be conflicts between you and this young lady at home. Uh, she's probably going to want to change a lot of things about him, work, everything about him. Okay. Um. Okay. Mm, yeah. So, and we also see that you will be intimate sometime in 2025. The cards are letting me know again, you will be intimate with someone in 2025. Okay. We definitely have a note of a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, male figure. We also have a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising. It could be your ex, or it could be someone new coming in alone, or both. Okay. So the universe is saying that the client has potential to be intimacy, but she needs to put herself out there, be available for that, be ready for that, and just go for it, no matter what it is, who it is. Okay. Um, we definitely see also that the Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, the family situation is wonderful at this time. It will shift and change in the next 4 days to 4 weeks. Okay. Uh, within the young Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising female. Within the older Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, we also see the shift and change in her health. And she is also in a way of, I feel like, on a lost for someone. So she's going to lose someone that is dear to her, that is older to her, either around her same age, and if not older than her. Okay, on a senior level kind of way. In 2025. Okay, that's what I'm seeing in the overlooked pictures. Um, yes. So, of course, we will be in touch. Okay. Any advice before we close? Thank you to the universe and to the heavens. Thank you. There you go. We're going to close with this beautiful enlightenment for me. I'd rather take that. In the next 2 hours, 2 days, 2 weeks, I don't feel it's 2 months. There's going to be a good news coming along for you. I want to say it's good news, maybe good news for the people that are seeing it, but maybe not for you necessarily. But that's what we're seeing here. It also saying that in the next 2 weeks or so, you're going to start working on something positive for yourself. Okay. We also have, there's a couple Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, male or female, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, male or female, that they're going to want to do some shift within their lifestyle, within their home environment, including, could be that they want to upgrade their home, shift, decorate their home. Could be that they have to do some work in their home or buy a home. It also could also be that they're going to be in closed doors, coming with an agreement in reference to their life situation or purpose of their life. Why? Could be because they discover something about someone. Okay. See it as any way that you want to see it. See it as it is your ex, possibly, because it's giving me that notion, that feeling. But it's also giving me a notion and feeling of someone else going through that, and you will know about it. Could be a relative, could be a friend. But it's giving me two scenarios in one, so we know that there's multiple things happening in that type of energy. And I will leave this because this is very positive for me and for you. I'm going to take all three. I have purpose. Everything has a purpose with what I do. For my client, angels of the universe and the heavens, we ask that you do the blessing of our Holy Father in threes. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Bless this child with love and abundance and prosperity. Bring forth what it desires. In the power of three, thank you to the universe and to the heavens. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Bless this child with love and abundance and prosperity. Lord Jesus Christ, give her desires. Come forth and come willingly. Power of three, in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Thank you to the gods and to the heavens. Bless this child with the spirit of love and abundance. Bless the universe and the heavens, in the name of the Padre, del Hijo, del Espíritu Santo. Amen. I love it. You see, everything has its purpose. Wish you all the love and light to you and to yours. Thank you.